Okay, if you've designed your PSA and made the actual image on either PowerPoint or Google Docs, that's part of your project. However, you'll notice that there's a couple other requirements for the project besides just the PSA. So you need to make sure that you've done your PSA, you need to make sure that you've only used Creative Commons images. But then you need to write up where you got those images and explain how you designed your PSA. And this encompasses these two requirements. So you need a short paragraph explaining what your message, audience, and action were and how you designed your PSA with these in mind, and I'm linking to my example, as well as a list of citations for any media you used. So here's my example explanation of my lookup PSA. Here's my explanation of how I came up with the concept. It's here. Here's a paragraph that explains my message, as well as my audience, and how I tried to appeal to them, as well as the action I wanted. And then I have credits for all of the media that I used, which was all Creative Commons. You'll notice I said what program I used what program I used to create it, as well as the 4 Creative Commons images that appear in my ad. I have one called Paris River, that's called this, by D. Searles on Flickr, my image of Angkor Wat, which is that Thai temple, this title by P. Gall on Flickr. I found the palm tree and I cropped it down, and that was called Beach by Anda on Flickr. And then that girl walking I modified from Walking with Her Shadow by Tanaka Hu on Flickr. So I credited all 4 of my images, which are all Creative Commons. So you need those things, the explanation of how you designed your PSA, as well as the citations for any media that you used to help you create it, and those need to be written up on a single Google document. Once you have them written up, and I've typed them up here, you need to publish them to the web and share them so that everyone can see them. So you go to Publish to the Web, you go to File, Publish to the Web, and go ahead and say Start Publishing. Okay. And so now it is viewable to those, or I can send the link or embed it on something else. So I've done that. I also need to share it so anyone with the link can see it. And so I need to change this from private to anyone with the link can see it, and then say save. And done. And so once I've done that, my document is ready to save. Now you'll notice that your last requirement is that the PSA in the document with the rationale and citation must be embedded on this site. Okay, and so it says watch the video below. Well, that's the video we're creating right now. So once you're ready to post your explanation for your rationale, I want to show you how you would do that. So you're going to go to the period where you have where you've shared your PSA. And so I've posted 2 examples of PSAs on this website so far. So say this is mine. I want to add my rationale as a link right below it. To do that, I'm going to click Edit the Page. And now I want to just put a link to this page, which is the rationale for my ad. But I don't want to put the whole text there because that'll make everything look really messy. And I don't want to just paste this long link because that also looks pretty terrible, and I want things to look clean. So I'm going to go below my presentation that I've shared, get the cursor right in that edit window. Okay, so I'm going to put the cursor right below my ad. So my PSA is here. I want to put a link to my rationale right here. And so I'm going to put the title of my ad. So my ad is called Look Up by Miss Press. So all it is a title, but I want that title itself to become a link to my PSA. So I want to look and see what the website for my PSA is, and again that's under Publish to the Web. Here's the link that I want it to go to. So I'm going to copy this, and I just did that with Control C. Then I'm going to go back to my web page, and I'm going to highlight this text, and I want it to become a link. So I'm going to click on this that looks like chain links and say, okay, I want that to link to a web address. And I'm going to paste in that address to my document. And I can either have it open in a new window or just go forward. I'm going to have it just go forward. I can change that later if it seems like it's driving people crazy, and say okay. You'll notice now that this text has changed It's blue and it's underlined, and that means that if I click on it, it's going to take me to the rationale. So let's say save and look at what that looks like. So now you'll notice there's my PSA. Here's my new link that I've added. And if I click on this and say open a new tab, here's my published rationale. And you'll notice it looks a little different from a Google Doc because it's published to the web. So now nobody can edit it, but they can read the whole thing. And that's my rationale linked right below my ad. So that's how you need to share your rationale again. You type it up on Google Docs, you share it to the web, you get the link right here, copy that, and then link to it from text that you type in on our class website. That's it. Good luck.